What's up, y'all? I'm Evvie McKinney. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am blessed. Let me tell you, I am blessed to do a video like this because 3 months ago, times were hard and I didn't know what to do, how to increase my milk supply, when it was gonna increase. It was just a lot of things that I had to figure out and work out, pray about, and trust God about. But I'm here. As you see in the title, yes, I have been able to produce over 9,000 milliliters of breast milk and store it. That's 70 bags, so that's 10 5-ounce breast milk storage bags in I put 10 of the 5-ounce bags in a Ziploc bag. And I have 7 bags now, and it's so funny because the first month I stored about 10 bags of the 5-ounce packs of breast milk, but I used them up. So really, the 70 bags, these bags right here that I have now, all of this milk really came from about 2 months. So a hard 2 months of pumping around the clock. Let me tell y'all, it has been a long time coming. And this is something that I had to trust God. Like, I really had to trust God. And before I had Bella, prior to me having Bella, I knew that I wanted to breastfeed. I knew that it was something that I was passionate about. I would tell my husband, like, I want to breastfeed. I don't want her on no formula. I don't want to supplement. I don't want to breastfeed and give her formula. Like, when I have to go away and perform, or if I have a show in a different state or city, I want to make sure that I have enough milk stored up in the freezer, like frozen milk, that my mom could thaw out for Bella, and she could just always have the breast milk to drink on. Because I don't know, I just didn't want her to be on formula. I wanted Bella to have all the benefits of breast milk. And breast milk, for those of you who do not know, breast milk is loaded with so many natural antibodies and vitamins and just everything that the baby needs to make the baby healthy and have a really strong immune system and all of that stuff that formula it's not capable of giving a child, because it's not breast milk. And the reason why I was so passionate about breastfeeding her before I even had her was because I actually thought about how it could benefit me in my relationship with Christ. And knowing that, okay, God is going to provide for me. He's going to provide an easy labor, a fast labor. He delivered. God is going to provide the milk for Bella. He's going to provide. So I had to trust that he would provide. Even when I was not seeing a lot of milk, I just knew that he was going to provide, and I believed in I kept praying, and I never gave up, and that's exactly what he did. And so, yeah, over 9,000 milliliters of breast milk has been stored, and I give all the glory to God, y'all. So the first month, I stored about 10 of them, but I used them. So the 70 bags that you see now, all of this milk actually came from 2 months. It really came from 2 months after I had Bella. And I'm like, it's so much. But y'all, oh, it's so cold, it's frozen. Y'all, oh my goodness. It's so much, y'all. And I'm gonna just tell y'all the tricks and the tips that work for me. Now, this is what works for me. I'm not gonna say that this is the way to do it, because some women can pump like right after they have a baby, and they have like 4 to 5 ounces coming out of each breast every session, every pumping session, every feeding session. That was not me, unfortunately. So I had to put in a lot more work than that. So the first thing that I tried were, of course, these breastfeeding supplements right here. 60 capsules come in 1 container, and it tells you to take 1 to 2. Well, it tells you to take 2 daily. I took 2 of them, but if I didn't see like enough milk was being produced, I would probably go to 3 or 4. Now, I don't recommend that you go to 3 or 4. It worked for me, but yeah. I mean, it's organic, so it's not really like it's like you can overdose on it, or like it's not really like it'll harm you in any way, but it does just say take 2 capsules. But sometimes to get my milk supply going real fast, I would take more than 2. I got these off of Amazon. They are amazing. I've probably bought 3 since I've had Bella. So one of them should do the job for a month. One should do the job for a month. This is my pump, my breast pump. I got this breast pump through my insurance company. This is the Motif breast pump, and I love it so much. It's quiet. Bella and Bae will be sleeping, and they can still sleep while I pump on the side of the bed. So yeah, I would highly recommend that y'all probably invest in this, or go through your insurance to get it, because it is a really, really good pump. But it's a lot of good pumps out there. You just got to make sure that you're pumping. The last thing I want to show y'all is my encapsulated placenta. I encapsulated my placenta after I had Bella because I read up on like the benefits of it. Of course, the placenta gives all the nutrients, all the oxygen and everything to the baby while the baby is in your womb. And so when I heard about how beneficial it is for like baby blues and postpartum depression, and to increase your breast milk supply, it restores like your hormones and iron levels, I was like, I need that. And it came from me. As disgusting as it looked though, oh my goodness, y'all. But it is healthy, and God put it there for a reason. So yeah, I encapsulated my placenta, and I didn't have no baby blues. I didn't have postpartum depression. It could be, of course, as well, because I really was excited about having Bella, and I love Bella. I've bonded really well with Bella. My husband is extremely supportive. So all of that really works with like not having postpartum depression. But I do believe taking 2 or 3 capsules of my encapsulated placenta really helped as well. Just restore me as a whole, because honestly, it also helped with bleeding after I had Bella. My bleeding stopped within 5 weeks. I don't know if that's normal or if it's average, but yeah, I do believe that it helped with that as well. But let me give you the main tip, because I was misinformed. Out of all the information that I read on the internet, I was misinformed when it came down to, like, people had their different opinions about pumping. And so one piece of advice that I received, that I read, was don't pump a lot because it could damage your boobs or it could stop your milk supply. That is a lie. Sorry to tell you, but that is a lie. And that is the best thing that I could have ever figured out. I went over to my uncle's house, and my cousin Majida, she was like, yeah, girl, you just need to pump, 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 pump. And my aunt Barbara was like, pump, pump, pump. And I was like, but they said, like, don't pump, it could damage your boobs. They were like, what are you talking, like, you need to pump. And so that day, I went home and I pumped. I waited. So look, at this time, I was pumping maybe 3-4 ounces, which is actually pretty good, because Bella on average drinks now she drinks 4 to 5 ounces. Sometimes she'll wake up in the morning, she'll drink 7. Sometimes throughout the day, she'll drink 6. So it just depends, but on average, she drinks about 4 ounces. But they told me to go home and pump, and I said, okay, I'm gonna go home and pump. And I was so determined to get 10 ounces. So 5 and 5 ounces out of each breast. I was so determined. And I sat there and I watched TV shows. I talked to my husband. I was learning songs. I was watching movies. I did whatever I had to do to take my attention off of it so that I could pump 10 ounces. And that's exactly what I did. And it took me about 4 or 5 hours to do that. But when I tell y'all, sitting there for 4 and 5 hours to get 10 ounces really boosted my milk supply, and it never really went back down. So that one session really boosted my milk supply. It is supply and demand. So if you are just pumping 2 ounces out of this one and 2 ounces out of your other breast, like that's all you're gonna get next time. But if you sit and you pump 3 and 3, you'll get 3. If you sit and you pump 4 and 4, you'll get 4. 5 and 5, you'll get 5. I want 10 ounces every session, because in order for me to store this type of milk in 2 months, I had to make sure that I had a bottle for Bella now, and I had enough to put in a bag every session. So sometimes I would store, sometimes I would do like 2 bags. Let me take it out so y'all can see. Sometimes I would do 2 of these. I would do 2 of these and I would freeze it. But Bella still has to eat. So I will make sure that even if I don't get 5 ounces or if I don't get 4 ounces, I'm gonna sit there and I'll wait until I get 4 or 5 ounces of milk so that I can store it. And it came in handy, storing my breast milk came in handy when I had to go and perform in Vegas, because my mom was able to thaw out the breast milk and give it to her. Because like I said, I didn't want her to use formula, but I also pumped 11 bags. I was gone for 3 days and I pumped 11 bags and I was able to bring it back home. So everything that Bella had used, I'd already put right back into the freezer. So my advice, first of all, if you are thinking about breastfeeding, you can do it. You can do it. Don't think about how, don't even think about like, when you are in the moment and you see that you're only producing 2 ounces, just keep going. And when your baby is like a month old, she or he only needs 2 to 3 ounces anyway to make them full. And like the first month, the first week, they need like really like an ounce or 2 to get them full because their belly is so small. But God has really blessed me, y'all. And my mentality was so determined and so motivated, because I looked up everything, y'all. I looked up so much stuff on YouTube. I'm in like this new mommy group on Facebook. I did everything that I had to do to get all this information. And I would see all of these young girls producing all of this milk, like 8, 9 ounces of milk every sitting, and they would freeze it. Y'all, when I tell y'all, it did something to me, because I wanted that for Bella. I wanted Bella to have milk just like packed or like stacked on top of each other. And that's what it is, like 70 bags of milk. It's a lot. It's a lot. And I'm grateful, because even after I wean her off of like my breast and I'm done breastfeeding her, when she gets older and she's still eating food, she could still drink the breast milk and still have the benefits of breast milk. You can do it. You can do it, and I really do encourage you to do it. It takes a lot of hard work. It's gonna take you a lot of hard work, and it's definitely gonna take you being very faithful to the cause, but you can do it. And make sure you're drinking a lot of water. One more thing, oatmeal. Oh my goodness, oatmeal and the mother milk tea. I don't forget all this stuff in the kitchen. The mother milk tea, it also helps me out like tremendously. So all of that, if you do all of that, brewer's yeast, I got a bag of brewer's yeast that I don't use it a lot, but I do use it if I see a decrease in my milk supply. I go back into hibernation and I'm taking all of this stuff and I'm eating a lot of oatmeal, I'm drinking a lot of water. Yeah, and it's worked. So that's what I've been doing. I love y'all so much, and you can do it. You can do it. Don't give up. Do not give up. Keep going. Keep pumping. And keep on loving your baby. I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.